Cheers, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the brand new Tea Time with Uncle Jack. So, first of all, Merry freaking Christmas, my beloved ladies and gentlemen. I really hope all of you spent a good Christmas together, all cozy and cuddling with your important loved ones and immediate family. I sure as hell did so, and you know what? You know what I got out of this Christmas? As you can see, there's something different about this lighting. I have this setup, this cool ass, purple looking light. And it's because I got a second lamp. Look, I can change it. Well, it doesn't show that much because it's broad daylight, but I need to wait for night to activate it. But anyways, there we go. So I got a cool smart lamp. It's a shame I cannot show it because the cable doesn't allow me to pull it, even though I could actually pull the camera, but then I'm gonna have to rig it up all up. Ugh. Anyways, it's there. I'm really freaking loving the new setup it's giving me, the lighting and stuff. Anyways, moving on. This is Tea Time with Uncle Jack. We're here to talk about something. This very topic is really important. Now listen to me. Listen to me very carefully. Because what I'm about to tell you, I'm about to talk about something that it has been a really hot topic. It's about Cyberpunk 2077. So, as you guys saw one of my videos about Go Faster, I was pre-downloaded. I had it on I have it on Steam. I downloaded it. I played it. I didn't finish the campaign. Okay, I feel like I have gone through it like maybe 30% of the game, including some of the side missions, and the other like activities. I won't call them missions, but more like activities, gigs, jobs, side missions, etc. So I think I have like, I don't know, I invested a good amount of hours into this game. I spent nights playing this game, and of course, it has flaws. It has been a while since I played it. I'll be honest, I think it has been a week since I played this game, because actually I've been waiting for patches to try to fix it. But I feel like I have played enough, I have experienced enough to put my opinion into this game and into this matter. This is not entirely like it's kind of a review, but at the same time it's like my point of view according to everything I've seen so far. Let's get the trouble out of the way so I can then explain my positive points about this experience. First of all, the bad optimization. Like, I've seen the graph specs that CD Projekt Red launched. They were like, okay, you need these specs to run this at medium, high, low, RTX on, ray tracing, etc. I've seen it, and my PC is more, according to the graph, my PC was more than capable of running the game at a high, at a beautiful specs, 60 frames, according to that graph. And I'm sorry to say, it did not. It didn't live up to that expectation. Like, I don't know if this was something up with the game or maybe my PC. I'm pretty sure it's the game, because you guys have seen me play different games. With the most modern game I've played so far is Doom Eternal, and that game has been running beautifully 60 frames at all times. It never dropped. And I was playing at high, by the way, at high specs. And so there were some moments where I will explore the city, especially like the markets, where it was too crowded, and the game will drop the frames, will severely drop the frames to the point that I thought it went from 60 to 30, and even sometimes lower. And I was playing it at high, so as soon as I will leave the area, I thought, okay, maybe it's just this crowded area, maybe it's just, if I leave this place, it's gonna be fine. And it didn't. Like, as soon as the frames dropped, it will stay dropped. Like, I will play the game at fucking 24 frames per second, and that obviously bothered me. And I started to be like insecure about, wait, what the fuck is happening with my PC? Maybe it's the game, etc. And then I will have to restart the game actually. Save, close the game, pull it up, boom. It works perfectly. 60 frames. Again, I play some more, everything's fine, everything's fun, and suddenly, boom, it starts slowly losing frames. And I don't know why. I don't know if someone else has been experienced that. I don't know. I cannot say. I don't know what to say about that. But that's a really bad problem. And I had to turn this game to medium, and even there, I still had frame drops. I mean, come on now. Now, aside from the poorly optimized moments, I never run into any major game-breaking bugs. I've seen some of the bugs that some early access reviewers mention about, like sometimes someone will like pop out a phone or a weapon and they will like, you know, move, but the weapon will like stay at an instance. I mean, how can I explain it? Okay, let's say that this is a weapon and someone has it like that, and then they moved with the weapon and everything. They will like the game will copy that weapon and they will freeze it on random places. Like, I move, I still have the weapon, but the weapon stays here. Another instance of the weapon. And it's not like I cannot interact with it. It's really weird. There's also another instance where I've seen some people T-posing. Which is... honestly, that was hilarious. I loved that. It's from the memes. Aside from T-posing, I found another instance for, like, example, in the club. I won't say names because I know some people haven't played the game, but there's this important club underground, which is important to the plot. So in that particular area, I've seen some flying cell phones. like if there was something with a cell phone talking, but there's no one, there's no character model, so it's just the fucking cell phone flying around. I've seen that. And some wonky physics. I've seen some videos about people just driving and suddenly fucking getting yeeted out into the galaxy. That hasn't happened to me. Once or twice I did got launched, like at some height while I was driving, but I think that's a little bit physics problem, because a little bit of spoiler alert, there's a side mission where you have to stop certain amounts of drive vehicles controlled by a corrupted AI. I know that most of you who have played the game, I know that most of you already know what I'm talking about. In those instances, usually I try to stop it with my own car, in the middle. That I've done that in the city where there's more traffic. So sometimes I'm having like this like car battle, smashing against each other, and suddenly comes the fucking traffic. There's people. It gets into a clusterfuck. Suddenly, like, there's so much cars smashing against each other, trying to move forward and back, that I think the physics got a little awry, and that's when one of the cars gets jittered up, and another one just like fucking left the jump. Like, it's like they had like automatic springs. Like, I've seen that happen, and that happened to me once too, but it's not like to the point where it's just fucking I've flown like across the middle of the city. But it happened to me, and I think that's a little bit of a problem, but I doubt that's literally like a very big problem. Aside from the bad optimization, I also had an instance where I was having an important call and suddenly someone else calls, and then I have two phone calls at the same time, like they're interpolating each other, and subtitles, because I like playing with subtitles. I know English perfectly, but still I like having some subtitles in case I miss something. And suddenly, like, there's two people talking at the same time. One is talking about some bullshit, like it can be a cop saying, hey, there's a crime happening in certain area, while there's another very dramatic scene happening on the phone, and suddenly the fucking subtitles starting fucking interpolating against each other, and it's really messy. But anyways, aside from that, I haven't seen much of those game break-ins. People have claimed that they have seen clones of any NPC of random citizens walking towards like very near each other. I haven't seen that so far. I haven't seen many of the bugs that people are referring to, and I can tell you I have at least 10 hours into this game, according to this according to Steam. By the way, I'm not pulling this out of my ass. I have 34.6 hours invested into this game, and so far those are the problems that I've been running against. Okay, so that's pretty much it. My experience with Cyberpunk has been, well, my problematic experience with Cyberpunk has been only reserved to those little problems. I think my most like immediate problem they should resolve is that bad optimization. But aside from that, it was a really solid experience. Now, let's talk about the story. Okay, so I like to call this like CD Projekt Red. They pulled out a fucking DM move on me. A DM move. When I refer DM, I mean Dungeon Master move. Why? Because the game has a very solid prologue. It starts to the point that you don't even think it's a prologue until you realize the fucking Cyberpunk 2077 title card pops out, and then you realize, wait, I've been playing the prologue all this time? And suddenly you realize, whoa, I'm in for an experience. And in that whole prologue, there's a lot of shit thrown into you, in a good sense, by the way. The story is fast-paced, the characters are really good, are really solid characters, by the way. There's one character in particular which I fell in love with. I fucking love him, and CD Projekt Red just fucking joined him. He just fucking, they grabbing him like, okay, you love this character, right? We made him as likable as possible, okay? Dead. That's the DM move, because that's what DMs do to give a little spice into Dungeons and Dragons games. That's what they did. They pulled all my heartstrings to the point I almost cried, because I felt invested into that one critical character. Actually, I feel invested in a lot of this game's characters. I'm playing as a female V. So far, the story has a grip on me, and there's not only the story, there's like multiple layer stories, because there's many stories that branch into different quests and different side missions, but at the same time they kind of like unify into a single story. I really love that. I really like that. Really good. Mind you, I haven't finished the main story so far because I'm taking my time into this game, and I do not really want to spoil that. This is a spoilerless video. I want to keep that. This is a game you deserve to experience. This is a game that it's really good, and it should have a chance. I know there's a lot of people who is giving it hate, and I understand that this game has some problems, especially to the last gen console, because I've seen it. I'm like, I cannot believe this game is unfinished for these consoles in particular, and I understand that. But at the same time, this game, I think like the bad points of this game are overshadowing the good points, because this game, it's also amazing, and at least in my point of view, I am loving it. Anyways, moving on to the combat. The combat, really solid combat. It's not like, this game is really not like a first-person super a focus only. It's not like you don't expect going guns blazing and being like that one Call of Duty guy fucking shooting everyone, or the Doom guy. No, do not expect that. This is an RPG mostly. That means that if there's someone with better gear and higher level than you, you're gonna get fucked up immediately. I am playing this game in hard difficulty, and honestly, I get shot immediately. Like, I get wrecked. Even though I keep finding better loot for my armor and shit, I still get destroyed. I don't know if that's a balancing problem, but the game has, like, I had to adapt, okay? I had to adapt, and in the end, my playstyle is of a more sneaky kind of way. My main guns are the rifle, because I love my rapid fire rifles, handgun, and katana. Of course, I mean, for the katana, I love melee combat. So usually my playstyle is being sneaky. I go sneak around, I do quick hacks to reset people's visions. There's something you can do. People have like eye implants, and you can reset their vision. You can make them blind for a second. So if there's like two people talking to each other, you can just make someone blind. You sneak on the other. You fucking thwack him with your katana. Which, by the way, if you attack him with a strong attack and you're sneaky, that's gonna be a critical, because of course it's an RPG. You take him down, and then you take the other guy down because he doesn't know what's happening. And that has been my style of play so far. There has been sometimes I fucking blow it up and then I have to go guns blazing, but it's okay. I mean, the shooting mechanics is solid. You can take cover, you can try to be strategic, you can try to hack cameras. There's a lot of, honestly, there's different ways you can take this game on. You can be a berserker. You can fucking go gung-ho, fucking guns blazing. You can be a hacker master. You can hack everyone and everything and try to, you know, take that to your advantage. You can be the sneaky ninja like me with a katana. That's fine. I really like that. So, the level up system, a very solid level up system. There's a lot of customization. Like, there's different branches you can take, like hacking, melee combat, handgun, etc, etc, dexterity, strength, enduring, because RPG tropes. And it's not like, hey, I'm just gonna make my character more dexterous. No, you can you can level up that. And inside that, there's a whole lot of different branches going, like, oh, if you're level up your dexterity, that means that you can level up your handgun plane, or you can make it more like you can attack faster with a katana. You can give that. You can sprint faster. You have more RAM. By the way, RAM is like it's like the energy system that allows you to hack. So if you don't have enough RAM to hack someone, then you cannot hack him. So you can improve your mechanics. You can improve your hacking system. You can improve like how strong you hit, how much health you have, how much you regenerate, etc, etc. It's a really like well crafted, different branching level up system. I love it. There's a lot of customization, a lot of replayability with different type of characters, and honestly, CD Projekt Red didn't fail on that, honestly, to my point of view, because I'm a big RPG character, mind that. So another aspect, the open world kind of game, because we all know it's a RPG open world, just like The Witcher. So I feel like the world is small. It's a little bit smaller compared to The Witcher 3. I played the game, by the way. And honestly, yeah, I felt it a little bit small. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because I feel it has more levels, more layers to the open world. What I mean by that, you can go, there's different buildings, there's like Blade Runner levels of buildings, like apartments and shit. You can go up, you can explore upwards, fucking vertically. it's open. It's as not wide open as The Witcher when it comes to horizontally, but it has, like I said, you can explore it too, like vertically, upwards. There's different apartments, there's different levels, different buildings. You can go up, down, and the fucking underworld parts. It's really cool. I loved it. The environment, superb. Honestly, I watched Blade Runner, the original one on Netflix, last year. First time, went in blind, loved it. I loved the world, I loved the environment, and this game is replicating that exactly. Like this gritty, cyberpunk, futuristic, everything like futuristic, but at the same time, it's very decadent, very dirty. But my experience with the world, designing wise, really good. Different parts, different parts of the city are different. Like some is Chinese, so it has more Chinese. It has more Asian. I didn't meant to say Chinese. Sorry, more Asian type of culture. Different Asian markets, Asian gangs, etc. Oh, sorry. There we go. More red. Sorry, my lamp. And you can go into a Latino part of the town. There's my cat. What are you doing there? The more Latino part of town. You can pass through some buildings. There's Latino music in Spanish. Ooh. And it feels like a city, and it's alive. And I really liked it. I really liked it a lot. I loved exploring it. So, the length of the game, like I said, I haven't finished it yet, and I've put 34 hours into that game, and I still feel like I'm maybe between 30 and 50% of the story done. Albeit I've been also doing different tasks. I've not like going 100% only for the story, because this is what this game is about: exploring more than anything, exploring, living, role playing. And also I've been invested a lot in the side missions of the characters, because there's a lot of characters that I care for a lot, and I really like them. I wanted to see through their stories, and it just pulled out of my heart. And knowing that you slowly build this bond with these different characters, especially the waifus. Give me the bobs. Having said that, in the mechanics of the game, there's also a couple of problems, like the police system. You attack them, they follow you. You literally go 5 blocks ahead of them. They disappear. They forget about you. They forget that you existed. They forget all of your crimes. It has like a star-based like GTA system, but it's really flawed, because as soon as you get out, they're like babies. As soon as you get out of their fucking sight, they just disappear out of their mind. Like, see no evil? No evil exists. That's a gripe that I had. I wish there was like a bounty hunter. They said there was like a bounty system. At least I think they said that into the game. But there's none. There's no one like come like, oh, I know you. You have there's people who are paying money. Give me your booty. There's nothing like that. Aside from that, I have a little bit of gripes, because I'm playing as a I wanted at first. I came into the game expecting like full customization for the characters the character V, because it's called just V, like Vincenzo V. I expected to go full on cyber femboy. I'm all into the femboy pussy, but I couldn't, because the male characters have such strong male features. So I went for the best thing. I went a female with a penis. Exactly, you can fucking play Cyberpunk 2017. Give me a game that allows you to do that. Exactly. There's no game except for this one. The fucking game of the year, Cyberpunk. But thanks to my gender choices, I couldn't like, enter into relationships with certain characters, especially the one character that I fucking liked, not because of her bobs, but because of her personality and her story, and we have a lot in common, my character V and her, because I chose the nomad beginning. We have a lot in common. I wish there was like an option that allows you to fucking romance anyone, and it's not like locked depending on your gender, but I can see the fact that it's different. It's like each character, it's a different actual person, it has different choices and likings, etc. I can see that, I respect that, but also at the same time I want a fucking lesbian. Okay, having said that, this game is solid, okay? Maybe later I'm gonna leave the fucking PS4 and Xbox One fiasco for another video, okay? Probably after I'm done with this one, but so far this is a solid experience. If you have the hardware for it, unlock it. This is the only thing I can say. If you have the hardware to play this game, then go ahead, because this game deserves a shot. And I know that CD Projekt is gonna try their damn best to fix the flaws of this game, because nothing is flawless, nothing is perfect. Yeah, this game came in and it has flaws, but I've seen actually CD Projekt Red releasing patch after patch trying to fix it, okay? Also, come on now, people are loving I enjoy No Man's Sky. And I'm pretty fucking sure everyone can remember what happened when it came out at first, and now look at it. That's a tale. Yeah, it's a cautionary tale, but at the same time it's a tale of redemption and chance, giving developers a chance. And I believe CD Projekt Red, despite its kind of rocky launch of this game, deserve a chance. Okay. And that's everything I have to say right now. I fucking love Cyberpunk 2017, as flawed as it is. And that's coming from my heart. Everyone has a different opinion. Maybe other people say otherwise. That's fine. That's their opinion. But thank you all so much for watching. If you like that video, please let me know. Hit that like button or subscribe if you wish. And of course, I'll see you on another Uncle Jack's Delicious Tea Time. Bye bye.